Sets up and will return. Ryan's on 178, just looking to apply some pressure.
96.
Well, it's been a display of darting defiance from Dave Chisnell. Every question that Joyce has asked, Chisnell's had the answer. And he wants 20 and tops to complete the win.
50.
And just pulls it low. So Ryan has a chance to send us all the way. Start on the bullseye. Now he's got work to do. Treble 19. Yeah, he's just concentrating. He's disappointed with that dab. He's got to focus. It's treble 19 for double 8 will be the shot, I'm pretty sure.
Well, lip readers will know he said rubbish then.
28.
Well, and he's lost his head. And he may well have lost the match as Chisnell steps forward with 3 darts at double 10. Ryan Joyce calling himself rubbish, and it might be time for Chisnell to take out the trash. And in it goes, and Chizzy gets it done. A brilliant game to open the action here in Barnsley on Stream 1. Second round, an average of 97.24 as well, so encouraging signs for him. Christopher Ratajski, who failed to make it through the Euro Tour qualifiers, playing in them for the first time in a long time last night, has had a 6-3 win against Jose Justicia.
Yeah, we missed out our last Pro Tour winner before Blackpool,
56.
Brendan Dolan. Beat Ron Mullenkamp 6-2. He was involved in a great game of the match as well with Danny Noppert. Really turned the corner, Brendan. I say turned the corner. Beginning of the year, I think he won about 1 out of his first 15 games. So to find the form he has, and good turnaround from Brendan. Big dog.
All the 18s. Where's that? He hit the double.
99.
Wasn't sure if it had actually missed the segment entirely, but he hit the double, so he went for double 9, which he'd already hit, but it just opens the door. Well, the door was open, but John Brown was at the wrong house.
And that just tells you the way things are going for John Brown. Missing the big number, and
54.
it's not happening. And he's had a couple of opportunities, John, but James Wilson has been there to mop up when he's missed him. 5-0 now if this double 4 goes in, and it is 5-0. More misery for John Brown, but James Wilson cleans up, making a little bit of a mess of it. Needs to get a little bit for his tea later, but no, in all seriousness, get the job done. James Wilson's been professional so far. But John making a good effort here. This is, well, his best leg of the match so far by a mile.
Showing what he can do. Leaves the double dozen after a dozen.
100.
I think he might have thought that was in. The way he reacted.
12 scored.
Double 12 and double 6 haven't been people's friend on this ball today. Chisnell having all sorts of bother with it, and John Brown there, and it could be his last darts here. Treble 19.
Yep.
You'd expect. And he can't find it, so John Brown will return to get his first leg on the board.
42.
That's a glorious guide. Trying to slide it in off the barrel. Gone the wrong side, but he has opened it up even more.
6 scored.
Got the line right, but could not use the marker, and that could spell a whitewash win for Wilson.
Yeah, it's all been too comfortable for James Wilson. And to close out will be a really routine victory, and it is a routine victory. More woes for John Brown. He played better towards the end there, but just not happening for John Brown. But James Wilson
In leg 9. Well, is he staying there? 54-54 bullseye. Not the time for showboating, really, is it, Mario?
108.
He's done everything he can to leave himself on 50. And Gilding can't finish. Well, if you were so desperate to leave the bull, then really you should go for it, Mario.
86.
That's all I'm saying. Boo!
34.
I think he'd have got the bull. Double top for Gilding to regain control of this contest. Double 10 now, and in it goes, and Gilding will throw for the win. Will he go for it? The big golden fish. Making his mind up.
130.
Opted against it. Probably the right call. He thought about it, didn't he, Andrew Gilding there?
95.
Decided against showmanship to concentrate on success. And it is more success for Andrew Gilding. Another very, very strong display. A 6-4 win against the plucky. Be a break of throw that would move him to the brink of victory unless Owen can complete the 147. Oh, this would be remarkable. Clips the wire, you could hear it. And he could feel it. And the same target will rub salt into the wound. Is that a case of it being too close?
No score.
Maybe so. Owen gets another opportunity. Waits missing 3 to break. And lead and move within 1 of the victory. And now it's Owen that's just 1 away from the win. And that will be the case if Waits can clean this up. Been excellent on that treble 19 in this match, but the doubles have troubled him at times, and that could be the reason that he plays no longer in this event. Treble 18 for the Bull. Can't find it, so a reprieve
90.
for Scotty Too Hotty, who hasn't been too hot on the outer ring.
Game shot.
That's enough to stay in the match. And now he's looking to break. We'll talk about hot and cold. This is
104.
boiling. Brilliant. It's not going to be the 9-darter.
64 left, yeah. 128.
But it might well be the next best thing.
$85.
Waits has done little wrong in this last leg, but Robert Owen has been absolutely superb.
Game shot and the match.
And he gets it done in 11 darts in the end. A fabulous way to close out the game. Robert Owen, one of the players deputising here.
I'm not sure what kind of tournaments it was. It might have been a qualifier for something or other. Colin Osborne, and I've had this verified by other sources, apparently went 11-11, 9-11 in a first to 4 and managed to win his game before they'd finished announcing the players on the other board. So that was an average of 143.
140.
It'd be interesting to see some of the stats they post in practice, wouldn't it?
68.
They play, don't they, against sort of computerised opponents and stuff, and must be some incredible stuff. But Brendan Dolan is in danger of needing an incredible comeback here. Or he needs a good one, and that could be the start of it.
Well, he's got a leg on the board. He's had to survive a dart at double 13 for Gibraltar. There we go. So I've missed that opportunity, Murph.
Yeah, Josh in Gibraltar.
120.
And a couple of bulls there. They're just having it all his own way. It's one-way traffic.
Well, how can it not be? What do you do?
140.
He's averaging about 120 here.
Just not missing a thing. Apart from that. But it didn't matter. He used the barrel as a guide, and it's full speed ahead for Josh Rock, who leads Brendan Dolan the history of the Pro Tour. Josh Rock on course to not gilding off his perch.
180.
Well, that is a 6th 180 in 7 legs of darts. 122.74. The world record is 123.5, I believe. Peter Wright.
Yeah, that's the record for a match broadcast live.
Now, well, I don't think he can break it now, unless, of course, he were to lose this leg, and come
Quick
back
question:
and
the Dart Connect, do they show can they see the averages there? Because it might inform his decision. But he's gone at the beginning.
That's 14 score.
But he scored 14.
Yeah, sorry, 107.
Trouble 19 ball.
Could be.
Go for it. Why wouldn't you? It's another 12 darter. Absolutely incredible. Josh Rock has just averaged around 122.
100. $121.
Not enough to leave a finish, so Gary's got a nice little comfortable leg here for a change. Well, it was. Oh dear.
75.
Argument for laying up there.
There's an argument for it.
97.
Well, it's 2-2 to stay in it, and
Game
he's
shot.
still in it. Anderson hits back, but Duzvan has the throw for the win. Coming up next on this streaming board, it will be, use the term
140.
loosely, Gary Anderson's practice partner, Ryan Searle. He'll face either Madas Razmar or Kenny Nayans.
96. $100. $59.
Well, surely it's a case of how many match darts he gets here.
99.
Well, he went searching for the bull to leave a marginally easier finish. He's dragged it into the 19th, it leaves no finish at all. But Gary can't leave a finish in 3-4-6. It doesn't
130.
really matter.
May stay there. Oh, he's gone for the 15s.
122.
An open bed to leave himself on tops. And it is match point for Jeffrey Duzvan.
74.
8 times he's had a crack at him. The match play, the Grand Prix, loads of times on the Pro Tour, and he's lost every single one. Not this time, though. The Black Cobra, Jeffrey Duzvan.
140.
Well, I'd be interested to see what the averages are
80.
on throw and against throw for Kenny Nayans, because he's averaging around about 90 for the
Good
match.
shot.
But you'll have a look at 110 to win it.
100.
But look at that, Nayans will get 2 darts at double if this doesn't go. There's an argument for staying on the treble 20 there.
54.
Only Ryan knows if that was a good enough guide for it. Bullseye.
65.
Can't save himself. And Ryan Searle does get over the line. A 6-4 victory. He had to work and work and work for that. Kenny Nayans, it looked like he might be able to hold off the charge from Heavy Metal.
Those breaks back here. Another 140 from here. And he fancies his chances, or if not more.
Well, Mark said,
140.
if you're looking for an opponent that's just going to lie down and let you win, you have not got one of those in Nathan Aspinall. And he's put himself in with a chance of a little 11 or 12 darter here to break back
83.
and really open up his opportunities in this game again. 12 segment. Bullseye it is. And Bullseye is pinned. And missing where he did allows him to go to the double 16 he loves. But he can't find it. And he knows that that's a chance that might have to have gone playing against Dave Chisnell in this kind of mood.
Yeah, treble 19 will be the first port of call, but get the fundamentals right, get the dart at the ball minimum. Nathan can't look. Well, he'll look now. I said get the fundamentals right, and he hasn't done that. It's careless from
49.
Chisnell.
Game shot.
Yeah, nicely done. We've got a level game here, 4 apiece. Asper's dug in.
Yeah, confirmation our last 16 lineup's finally been complete. An outstanding match from the
180.
previous round. This has been won by Christoph Ratajski against Florian Hempel, 6-5. 6 maxims now for Dave Chisnell.
180.
On the first for Nathan Aspinall. And this is a typical Nathan Aspinall performance, just digging in, making his opponent work. And if Dave's going to win this, it may have to be with darts like this. This is incredible.
We saw 3 9-darters yesterday in the Eurotour qualifiers. We've seen 2 today. And
180.
both of these players are on the perfect leg. It's Dave Chisnell who gets the first crack at it.
This is incredible. And Dave's chance has come and gone, but he can still tee up. This is... Look at the composure, though, from Dave Chisnell. And it's forcing your opponent to take out a 9-dart leg just to have a chance. He's reset. Yeah, and it's the right decision again. I can't find...
One of the greatest legs of darts you're ever likely to see. Chisnell goes 6 darts into the 9 and is on a 10. Aspinall goes 7 darts into the 9. But it's all about who can hit the double now.
In Dave's head now, he's thinking, don't blow this leg. That's the pressure you put on yourself when you go for doubles. All that going through your head, and that's because of pressure. And you do the mind is awful when you're on that hockey, because you think very negative. And Dave would have thought that, and that's testament to Nathan Aspinall by applying pressure in the leg.
Dave Chisnell was on a 10-darter. He resets again.
Game shot.
And Dave Chisnell loses the leg and may lose this match. A sensational leg of dart. Fabulous on the finishing, but this would be something else.
This would cap off an unbelievable display. He's got a good... He'll be disappointed if he doesn't hit, because the guide was brilliant. And from our point of view, we want to see a deciding leg. Nathan won't want to see one, but it's been that sort of tie where you kind of expect, and it deserves a deciding leg. But can Dave send us there? He missed 3 in the previous leg to lead 5-4. He's missing again here. That's nowhere near.
30.
And they were nervy darts, and I said earlier on, the undoing of Dave Chisnell at times is his finishing, and it's proved here.
To win it. I'm not sure you can take a bigger, deeper breath.
Game shot.
And I'm not sure you will see a bigger disparity in the averages with the guy on the lower end of it coming out victorious. An astonishing display of resilience. Even then, he was in control of that match. He was the better player for large parts of it. But you could say it about most of the games that MVG had in Blackpool. Yeah, he's walked away with the title, but every single game he looked in trouble at some point. I didn't think that Dimitri would falter. He did.
Yeah, great players find a way. Michael Van
94.
Goon certainly did that last week. Many saying one of his best ever victories, and in terms of the circumstances, you may not be wrong.
Oh, he's missed the big number. Should have got a dart at the bullseye. And he doesn't even get that, and it means that Dimitri Van den Bergh
40.
can become favourite for this tie again if he can see off this 40.
Dimitri's responded well, though, from going 4-2 down. And he used a guy like that in the previous leg on double 18. Does the same here on double top, 4 apiece. But Dimitri Van den Bergh, and he's approached the tie well from 4. Well, he's put himself in a great position to send this all the way, Christoph. And here's Danny Noppert, who
59.
awaits in the semi-finals. Noppy. Love his walk-on music as well. But he
96.
is into the semi-finals. 3 of our 4 semi-finalists confirmed. It's Aspinall versus Searle, and Noppert versus Ratajski or Dimitri Van den Bergh. And this one could be
58.
coming all the way down to just one single leg of darts.
16 segment. Yeah, beautiful stuff. Christoph Ratajski for the 1-2-4 and going into a last leg decider. That is a wonderful way to do it for Krzysztof Ratajski. We'll get into a finish, but 1 or 2 trebles puts him right back in this. And that's exactly where he is. Now, Krzysztof Ratajski needs a good setup shot.
Yeah, he's coming down and switches. He may go for a ball here. No, he goes the aggressive route, and it pays off, and he will, well, he should, get minimum 1 match dart. But we said that earlier on, and he drifted from the 20 segment, and he's going to be under pressure, and plenty of it. Over to you, Krzysztof Ratajski, 87 for the place in the semi-finals.
Do not miss the big number. He hasn't. Where's he going? Where's he going? Ice cold from the Polish number 1. It's not won yet, Krzysztof. You can't have a celebratory drink yet. But a little bit of aggression sets himself double 5. Oh, ice cold from Ratajski.
He'll take that.
$59.
Aspinall just trying to...
89.
Yeah, sensible last start. And again, looking like it's comfortable on throw.
140.
All holds a throw in the other semi-final as well. Only a couple of legs. Same scoreline as here, 1 apiece. Expect semi-finals to be close, particularly these two. That's careless from Nathan, though. And he's offered Ryan a chance here. Searle. He'll stay down. And Nathan can't look, and rightly so. And that was caused by that miss. We're not going to see one here. How are we going to see a 130? Nathan hit this against Dave Chisnell earlier on.
58.
But this could be a damaging leg for the Asp, because Searle could find himself with a double break here. Double 10.
51.
Not quite. So Aspinall is hanging on in there. Just resetting that down. We saw that a lot earlier, and yeah, it just doesn't seem focused in. Yeah, it's all unraveling for Nathan Aspinall here. Not even 1 dart at a double off that 72 combination. And Searle to hop in and make it 5-2. It is 5-2, but the key moment in this match is now that is a double breaker throw. Searle is 2 legs away. A couple of treble 20s for double top.
$100.
$20 for tops. What a turnaround this would be. We didn't see this coming when Searle broke for the second time, sorry, to lead 5-2. And
100.
Chance missed from Nathan. Double 10. Big moment in this semi-final. Ryan
40.
just clips the wire. Aspinall to level up this semi-final. And he does 5 legs apiece, and still he doesn't look happy, but he's done really well to dig in, Nathan, from Ryan, as I've already mentioned, and to Scott Williams. Searle
85.
into 3, beat Nathan. Lost to Dirk van Dijvenbode and Luke Humphries. And we do go to the side of 6 legs apiece. And Nathan Aspinall, who's had to chase and...
100.
Big last treble for Nathan Aspinall. Breathing space. Searle needs a 2 treble visit. Gets a 2 treble visit. A great last leg here, but it's advantage Aspinall. Will be quietly confident he may get 6 darts at 127. Will he need him? He will need them.
99.
Good last one to leave double 14, and unless Searle takes out 161, which he may do, he's not going to. Aspinall,
127.
what would be a massive victory for him, and a real graft from start to finish for Nathan. He looked down and out at 5-2 and at 6-5, but finds a way, and he's done it again.
Nathan.
And Aspinall throws his darts in the board, and careful, Nathan might bust, but
Threatening to get away from Ratajski.
134.
And all the early exchanges are going the way of Nathan Aspinall, giving Ratajski plenty to ponder here.
57.
It's brilliant stuff, this. Well, it's missed a big number just as I said that. But he will tidy it up, I feel sure. D16 located for a 3-leg lead for Nathan Aspinall. But he didn't win a match, lost in the first round in both of them.
Yeah, and he'd been keen to go back to Gibraltar. You always want to go back to a place where you've won titles, haven't you? And that is a big title on the Euro Tour for Krzysztof Ratajski. But Aspinall, who won his semi-final on this double, looks to get halfway to winning the final on this double. 28 points separate Aspinall from a 4-1 lead.
56.
It's been a very impressive year for Aspinall. No doubt about that, for more reasons than just his results. What he's been through to produce them.
Game shot.
And he might get a second win of the season here. He is halfway there.
He's in the World Series of Darts qualifiers on Saturday as well.
Well, that treble will make Ratajski feel that he has to take out this 117. You could see him when he saw the treble go in, he scratched his head, he turned around, he took a gulp of water. That did the trick for him on that double 5 earlier on, Mark, but would it do the trick for him on a big ton plus combo?
Well, there's some pressure on it, as there was on that double 5.
77.
He's unlucky, and we saw a lot of that when he was frustrated, banging his hands together.
He might do himself an injury. Be careful, Krzysztof.
Game
Well,
shot.
he has to be very, very careful now because this match is getting away from him.
You heard the reaction from Nathan Aspinall. You feel silly now, don't you?
Yeah, I've never told you how good you are at your job, Mark. Anyway, back to the final.
139.
Ratajski leaves 50 and leaves himself just clinging on to a little bit of hope if he can keep Aspinall a couple of legs away from the win. But he can't afford to miss because he knows Nathan won't.
Wow. Wow. I thought he might have played safe on a 10 or a 6. And
34.
This is as good as match point. And you called it, Chris. He's not missing. Will the ass miss here?
Well, he's taking a little bit of a moment for himself. It'll just be the one dart, but that's usually all he needs. Has been for most of this final.
Game shot.
And it's all he needs again. Brilliant finish from Nathan Aspinall, who is 1 away from the win.
But Ratajski's wrestled the darts away here.
100.
In fact, if I remember correctly, his only miss at double was his very first. Because on 52 he missed the first dart, double 16, hit the next one, so he's actually hit his last 7 darts at double successfully.
139.
And that is why he leads 7-1, but it looks like it's going to be 7-2. Krzysztof Ratajski
120.
keeps chipping away. A couple of balls there, but Ratajski should get a second leg on the board.
6 of the 7,
Game
by
shot.
the way, have been on that double 16, so Ratajski...
But Ratajski is not finding a treble.
90.
Big last start from Krzysztof Ratajski.
It was a big 1-4-6, wasn't it, that Aspinall had hit against him
88.
at the World Match Play by Michael van Gerwen. He couldn't take it out to win this match, but Ratajski has to be pitch perfect now.
And he's not going to be, so Nathan Aspinall with some match
96.
starts incoming. He raced into a 7-1 lead. He's been pegged back, but to finish the job here and win his second title of the year, 58 for Aspinall.
Game
And it is
shot on the
Aspinall's
match.
day.
Nathan
He takes
Aspinall.
Christoph Ratajski to finishing school. A fine display of doubling from the Asp.
Nathan Aspinall, our winner at Players' Championship 22. Let's talk about the final. You missed one dart at double in the entire match. It was in the very
Really?
first leg. That was it. You didn't even know
Wow.
about that, were you?
I knew the 16s were going well. I knew that the double 16 was pretty bang on. I didn't know it was only one dart, but yeah, I'll take that.
That's probably your best performance of the day, isn't it?
I've not been great, to be fair. You know, these are tough to win, but I think, you know, without going over old grounds, you know, I think I've backed up what I said in the match play a couple of weeks ago. I've grinded results out. I was 4-1 down against Chiz. I was 5-2 down against Ryan Searle. And I grinded and got the result, but yeah, I've not been great today. You know, I'm not gonna stand there going, I deserve to win this today. I play steady. I've not been fantastic. My finishing's got me out a lot of trouble, but yeah, it's a big win for me.
I mean, the game against Dave Chisnell in particular, I mean, he was going absolutely
Oh, he's mental,
berserk.
wasn't he?
I mean, it was
Yeah.
a wonder you were even in that game, let alone won it, surely.
Yeah, I played Chizzy a few times recently, and I never used to beat him, and I've had the better of him recently. But yeah, I think I pulled it back to 4-all, and we both hit back-to-back 180s, and he missed. He left 36 after 9. I left 52 after 9, and you know, thankfully for me, he felt it and he missed it, and I won that game. But like I say, it's been the story of the day. You know, it started off with a 6-5 win against Whitey. You know, what a tough draw first round, Ian White. But I've not played fantastic, but I've dug deep at times, and I produced legs and I produced kills that matter. And I honestly, that's why I've won today, because I've at crucial times during games, I pulled them shots out.
Joe Cullen said he managed to win back-to-back Pro Tour titles. One of them he played absolutely brilliantly. One of them he didn't play well at all. And he said, actually, the one where I didn't play well at all, it was actually more satisfying, because being able to win games when I'm not at my best, that shows that there's something in my game that I can rely on to actually stay at the top. You know, winning things with a B game and a C game is really important, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what? And I had a chat with Jose today, probably after the second or third game, and we was having a chat, and he was saying that, you know, he's been struggling. I'm saying, yeah, but you're still winning. You know, you're not turning up losing, and you know, obviously everything that I've been through with my injury, I've still been turning up. You know, even if it's second, third round, I'm still winning games. I'm still performing at a 90, 95 average, which, you know, 95 average is a great darts. You know what I mean? But yeah. Yeah, I would love to win a tournament banging in 100 and 200 and 300 and 4 all day, but you know, you got to come. You know, sometimes you got to be in the real world, and you know, I actually believe what Joe said. You know, it feels good, the fact that I've won one of these tournaments, and I don't feel like I've even had one of my 8 games. You know, I think probably 4 or 5 legs into that game, I thought I'm playing well here, and my granddad's come today. And
has he?
Yeah, well, UK Open win, and he's come to a Pro Tour now, so I can't get rid of him. you want to keep coming back. But all I kept saying, there's got to be one performance in me today. I need one big performance. There's got to be one performance, and it's going to be this one. But I was saying that from the third round. But you know, I'm happy that, to be fair, I think I actually played my best darts in the final. You know, a couple of the last legs wasn't the best, but in my head I'd already won it 7-1 up. But you know, I think the first 8 legs I played probably the best I played all day.
22 of these Players' Championship events so far. You've won 2 of them. You've made 2 more finals as
I've
well.
played in 16 as well, don't forget.
Yeah, there you go. So you've made it a final in a quarter of the ones you've actually played in.
Yeah.
I mean, that is some return for a guy, and I know you don't want to go over old ground, but for a guy at the start of the year, genuine concerns about how much he'd even be able to play.
I just wish I recovered as well as Michael did and win the match play. You know, credit to Michael last week. You know, he was fantastic. But nah, it's been a torrid, you know, 10, 12 months for me. You know, I fell down the rankings. I've had, you know, I'm in pain still now. You know, I played a lot of darts today. Don't back a bit tomorrow, that's all I'll say, because my wrist might be a bit sore. But nah, I've had a torrid time of it. But yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. You know, I've had 2 wins now, like you say, 2 final defeats in Pro Tours. I've been multiple semi-finals on European Tours, quarters of the match play last week. I'm enjoying my darts again, and I think what it is when it's so close to being taken away from you, like it was for me 6 months ago, you realise what a life, what a job, what a fantastic career you've got. And you know, I think that just gave me like so much motivation. But I know it gave me so much motivation, and I think, you know, I think that's why I'm beating these guys, not playing my best, because I've had it nearly taken away from me. They've not been through that, and I want it so much.
Well, look, you're in the top 16 in the world despite those months where you couldn't play to your capabilities. I know that a lot of these, well, some of these guys are going to play World Series over August. There's going to be a bit of a break. You probably want to make this count. A little reminder to the PDC that Nathan Aspinall is a potential World Series player in future.
I still play, you know. Yeah, no, end of the day, you know, they all know I was gutted to not get America. I think that was the only one that I potentially should have had, but, you know, send me peace on that. That's the end of that. But, you know, it's down to me to prove that I deserve that spot in the Premier League next year. I deserve them World Series. At the moment, I don't. But I'm coming back, and I'm going to try and make it so hard for you, Matthew, to not put me in everything. And, yeah, all I can do is do my job on the board, produce my best stuff, and make it impossible for them not to put me in stuff.
Well, there you go. Second title of the year, his fourth final. He's only played 16 of these events. And a little message to Matt Porter, the chief executive of the PDC, and the rest of the World Darts Series team. Look,